6:32. We'll start the meeting at 6:32. Okay. And in attendance is Joe Daly, Rosemary Fusco, Linda Johnson, and myself. Okay, first thing on the item is the approval of the minutes from June 24. Sounds like a long time ago. And I hope that everybody's had a chance to review them. And I need a motion to approve of those minutes from June 24. Do I have a motion? Linda?
Motion.
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Okay, seconded?
Second.
Joe? Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, thank you. Now, the next thing is the swap shop. The update is this coming Saturday is the last Saturday that the swap shop will be open for the season. Unfortunately, there's a 90% chance of rain all day. And when it's that bad, we usually do not open. We do have 2 Lions Club members scheduled to work. So I'm waiting to see how that works out. And we usually make a decision either the night before or first thing in the morning. We just contact them. They are alerted so that one way or the other would either be open or we just close. We don't open at all. But it's been a very successful year. And we'll be pulling the numbers together so that Tom Roy can have all of the recyclable data so that he can add that to the chart so that hopefully we've increased our rate as far as recycling is concerned there in that area. Now, moving on to the next report would be the food scrap. Now, thank goodness Fitzgerald on early June had agreed to be a participant in saving food scrap. And instead of compacting it and loading it off and sending it out, we are now collecting it. Flemic Farm has a person who works there and drives right by Fitzgerald's, has picked up these barrels and weighs them once they get to the farm and has sent me a report on them. This is a weekly data collection. So far, as of September 24, we had 870. We have 4 more weeks of data, and at the lowest rate, which was $50 per pickup, we have another 200 pounds, which means, in essence, we have collected. Flemic Farm has collected 1,070 pounds since June.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And this did not go to composting. This went to the animals, the pigs, the chickens, the horses. What they've done is chopped up all of this food and distributed to the animals. What they cannot use right away, they have frozen. So then freeze dried it so that when the food is not available and they running low, they just take it out and feed it to the animals. So I don't know. I'm still working out and trying to research why the state of Connecticut had put the kibosh on composting. Doesn't make sense, but there's a little more detail I have to work into. But this has been very, very successful. I could not be happier about this collection. And it still doesn't collect at Fitzgerald's. They don't have to worry about somebody coming and picking it up, from the bins that have been compacted. And somebody just comes in, picks it up and goes right onto the farm. This is a fellow who works at the farm, and he drives right by Fitzgerald in order to go there. So it's not out of his way even. We do have another grocery store who has signed on, but I'm still working on the little details. Okay. So food scrap program is very, very successful. I'm happy to say. Moving on to
Mary, do we
or does the recycling committee or the state or the town get awards or points for this event procedure?
Well, I can't say definitely, but normally our recycling committee just gives out a recycling award to someone who has gone over and above. And usually it's in the month of November. But now that you brought this up, I plan to move it up to April, around April 15, which is Earth Day. And that's when I'm hoping that we can present the award at the Board of Selectmen's meeting. By then, we should be able to be live with that type of an award to be given out. And yes, this will be recognized. I have all written up, ready to go, but because this is important recognition, and I think people ought to see that what better way to save, you know, the scraps and recycling in this ultimate. There are other ways, like our swap shop, which is to me the ultimate, which is things don't go into the waste stream. They go right to another person. Eventually, everything goes to the waste stream, everything, eventually. Even the animals go into the waste stream. But in saying all of that, I think that this is definitely on the schedule. But just to let you know, normally that vote would have been taken, but I decided, I felt that it needed to be done in person. And from what I'm hearing, I could be wrong, but what I'm hearing is that by next year in April, we should be live at the town hall for a proper presentation.
Okay.
And Mary, that program, I'm going to do a write-up for that to see if it'll apply for the sustainable CT.
Well, it does.
Report, to see how many points we can get for that.
Yeah, that was proposed last year when I was on the board, but at that time it was not implemented. So since then, I know that it was approved as in principle by them. And so therefore, yes, it certainly will count for points. And then this way you could add it as a new item to the sustainable points.
And what did you say about composting? The state?
The state sent out a new ruling that no one can create a composting program, land or what have you. Now, everyone's personal home, in your own backyard, you can do what you want. But a business, this is the way I read the ruling, cannot have a composting program, which makes no sense. So, and this comes from not just the state, but I heard this from Tom Roy, who shared that also with me. So, well,
was there any reason? I'm just curious. Was there a reason? No.
No reason was given, but it made no sense. If you really want to talk about the green effort, trying to save the climate, what more perfect, one perfect way of doing it is by composting. So it makes no sense to me. You have to have it very controlled because there are items you cannot put into composting, such as meat products, fish products, all right, those kinds of items. But if you follow all of the rules and regs on what is allowed in composting and what is not, there should be no reason why you cannot. So anyway, if you find out more information, you're more than please welcome to share that with us. Now, moving on, Joe, do you want to give us a report from the sustainability program?
Sure. I've been attending the sustainability committee meetings, and also the last one where it was combined with the Clean Energy Task Force. So basically, for our recycling committee, in a nutshell, any reports that I'm going to submit, about from the swap shop or the food scraps recovery or anything at the library. I know Sue's not on here, but in 2019, there was a series of films and speakers at the library given by the Simsbury Land Trust that counted as points in the report, along with a book sale and a magazine swap.
Yeah, that is something that the recycling committee manages, the magazine swap shop, magazine setup.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, what has occurred the past couple of years with COVID,
Right.
but I'll have to pull together some reports on that, or just current write-ups on that. We can even tweak what was submitted before.
Sure.
So it's basically the swap shop reports, the food waste recovery program, and events at the library that I just have to pull together before April, basically.
All right. April is the deadline.
Yep, for submission. So really probably before that. So
Yeah, we'll look at least a couple of months ahead of time to get all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah. So in regards to our recycling committee here, that's kind of it in a nutshell for sustainable CT. I guess going forward, we're going to continue to meet in conjunction with the Clean Energy Task Force.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. All right. Now, I missed out on it, but I'm going to ask, are you all set then, Joe?
Yep, I'm all set. I'll just have to touch base with Sue in the near term here, just to see what I can get from the library side.
Sure. Okay, great. Now, at this time, we have no unfinished business, but under new business, because I didn't put it in here, we need to approve of the recycling committee's 2022 meeting schedule. It's not due until January to be filed, but I'm not one to wait to the last minute to do things like this, because it's so critical to have it in place and filed with the town clerk's office. But I did send out to everyone the schedule, and I just looked at the calendar, the fourth Thursday of every month. And the only one that we could not do would be November, because that usually is Thanksgiving. So I have that the week before. That's why it's called a special meeting. We have no meetings in July, August, or December. And so therefore, I just went through the calendar, and usually when we do these calendars, I always add in, just in case something happens and I'm not able to, for whatever reason, to get this on the schedule for a vote like today. I always have the January meeting already in the meeting, a schedule, just in case. So you'll see at the very bottom of that schedule, January 26th of 2023. Hope we're all around. But anyway, so that's the calendar. And if everyone has had a chance to review it, my hope is that you can just someone make a motion to approve so we can go forward on it.
I make a motion to approve.
Second,
Okay, thank you. And all in agreement, please say yes.
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 Okay, thank you. And is there any other new business? None? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved, seconded,
Second,
seconded. All in favor say aye, that we are
Aye.
adjourned at
Aye.
what?
Linda, it's
Six-
6:48.
6:48.
6:48. Very good. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking your time out from your evening. And we'll see you in another month. Take care.
bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.